Overflows.
Sacredness of Tantra and sacred dimensions of sex. Tantra was created as a natural science to convert ordinary lovers into soulmates. Tantra is a scientific approach, it is alchemy, it can transform your centers, also the centers of the others. Deep understanding of Tantra can create a rhythm and harmony between you and your beloved. That is the beauty of Tantra. It is like bringing electricity into your house, which is in dark. Then you can turn it off and on whenever you want. And you can have 1,001 uses of this energy, that is electrical energy. It can cool your room, it can heat your room, then it is a miracle. So too, deep understanding of Tantra can transform your life miraculously. Like electricity, you can turn it off and on at your own will. Then sex becomes a miracle for you. The 7 centers in you are nothing but centers of body electricity. So when I am talking about lightning, do not think of it only as a symbol. I mean it literally. Tantra is the science of transforming ordinary lovers into soulmates. And that is the grandeur, the beauty of Tantra. It can transform the whole earth. It can transform each couple into soul mates. Tantra accepts sex as sacred. Remember, this sacredness of sex is crucial to understand, and sacred dimensions of sex. Sex lies at the root of life, and we can only learn reverence for life when we learn reverence for sex. Sex is life. Therefore, reverence for sex means reverence for life. Remember, reverence or respect for sex is reverence for life. In present age, we need to train human beings in the art of love. They need to understand that sexuality is a very natural instinct and there is nothing wrong with it. The damage to human society caused by condemnation of sex is incalculable. Instead of celebrating sex as a creative force that it is, we have turned sex into a furtive, guilt-ridden affair. We have to come out of this psychology. This has misguided and influenced our entire world view. It has misguided and influenced our entire world view. There is a tremendous effort being made to heal the planet, save the rainforest, and to bring peace to warring ethnic and religious factions. And yet, how can any of this happen when the very source of human love is poisoned. It is important. There is a tremendous effort being made to heal the planet, save the rainforest, and to bring peace to varying ethnic and religious factions. And yes, yet, how can any of this happen when the very source of human love is poisoned? There is a powerfully creative force associated with our sexuality. It is possible for each one of us to become a magician and use that force to heal our own emotions. You are capable for that. It is possible for each one of us to become a magician and use that force to heal our emotions, our lives, and transform our vision to realize our dreams. We have all sorts of programming and conditioning that block the flow of our sexual energy or power. We need to be open to be able to face those demons that we have created, to look at the shadow with all honesty, knowing that truth is erotic. The more you can share your truth, the deeper and the more erotic it will become in the long run. After enlightenment, sex is no longer a need. You have all the mechanism, the whole body of a woman or a man. Now, sex can be a source of joy and fun for the first time, the real fun and joy. No longer driven by compulsion. After enlightenment, sex is not driven by any sort of compulsion. Remember, while an enlightened person transcends the need for sex, they are not necessarily celibate and can engage in it for enjoyment without it disturbing their inner state of the beings. This is important to understand and remove any kind of misconception. You are still eating, you are still drinking, you are still creating the enemy that used to become sex when you were unenlightened. Enlightenment transcends the ego and its needs, including the need for sex. However, this transcendence does not mean renunciation or repression. Sex is a natural biological function like eating and breathing, and not inherently problematic. After enlightenment, sex is no longer a biological imperative for a compulsive drive. It becomes a choice, a potential source of joy and playfulness. An enlightened person can engage in sex for fun and enjoyment, similar to other activities they might engage in. Remember that engaging in sex after enlightenment does not disrupt or hinder one's inner state of bliss or being. You can use that energy in making love, or in painting, or in creating poetry, or in dancing. But wherever that energy is used or flows in, that becomes an act of creativity. Creativity in the sense of transformation. And if you do not want to do anything with the energy, a great change in your chemistry and biology happens. You do not create that energy anymore if you do not use it. But then remember, you will become fatter. Before it happens to you, do not accumulate energy. It is good that energy remains flowing continuously. Flowing energy remains fresh and young. This is why, after enlightenment, one feels more and more young as far as energy is concerned, but it is the ultimate flowering. So the flower has blossomed, there is no need to continue to live after that. Yet still we live because a great existence has deposed its trust in you. You have to live to share what it has existence has given you as insights. When your sex energy becomes stale, it is dangerous. It will create certain staleness in all dimensions of your life. Sex is perfect, therefore, no celibacy is needed before enlightenment. After enlightenment, sex disappears, giving place to love, a far more delicate phenomena. You can have as much fun as you like. In no way can it disturb your enlightenment. It is something bodily, chemical, psychological. How can it affect your consciousness? The most important thing is that enlightened one can make love. And while he is making love, he is still centered in his being. He is just a witness. He is seeing himself and the woman making love simultaneously. Certainly, he is the third party, and this is what I mean when I say the enlightened man transcends sex. Remember, sex is transformed because he becomes a witness to it. He can see his own body and the body of his partner completely as a witness. His witnessing is not disturbed by anything. In sex, you use the other, you reduce the other as to a means, you reduce the other to a thing. That is why in sexual relationships, you feel guilty. That guilt has nothing to do with religious teaching. Really, that guilt is deeper than religious teachings. In a sexual relationship, as such, you feel guilty. You feel guilty because you are reducing the human being to a thing, to a commodity to be used and thrown away. That is why in sex you also feel a sort of bondage. You are also being reduced to a thing by the other. And when you are a thing, your freedom disappears, because freedom exists only when you are a person. You are free. Enlightened one is free, and the moment you experience enlightenment, you feel that sex is no longer a bondage but a choice, a freedom for you to engage in it and explore deeper dimensions for the transformation of human consciousness. The journey continues, but enough for now.